I cried yesterday, and I hadn't cried in a very, very long time. I think the last time I did, I think it was around a year ago when I saw the Double Rainbow video. Nah, I'm joking. But seriously, I think last time I really cried was probably when I got dumped by an ex-girlfriend many, many years ago. And we've all been through it, guys. You know, when you get dumped and you just go through that phase where you're just weeping all the time. I mean, even then, I don't really think you can call it crying. I was probably just shedding tears. But anyway, my cry, it took place on Sunday, last Sunday. And I was having this dream. And in the dream, I was with some friends talking. We were like outside of somebody's house. And I could see Jesus. I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds kind of stupid as well. But I could see Jesus. And in the dream, he was invisible. And I could only feel that something was there. But in my conscious state, I could see like a translucent figure of him. So I knew he was there. So anyway, I went to hug what I thought was there. And to my surprise, he hugged me back. It was like no hug I've ever felt in my entire life. I mean, I've been hugged. I've had some great hugs. Mom hugs. Brotherly love hugs. Girlfriend hugs. Random people in the street hugs. I've had all kinds of hugs. And nothing has ever come close to what this hug felt like. And I woke up in tears, weeping. The whole 9 yards, I was weeping. And it was around, I think, 8:30 in the morning. And I'd never been able to wake up that early in a very long time. I mean, even for uni, I wouldn't wake up at 8:30, man. But, you know, I got dressed. And I went to my old church. And I hadn't been there in a long time. And I was welcomed back in such a way that it felt as if I'd been lost. And I'd found my way back home. It was really an overwhelming experience. I mean, the reason I'm telling you this, guys, is because it was so overwhelming. And even though it may seem slightly over-exaggerated, I feel open. I feel I can open up to you guys, you know. Commentators should feel comfortable talking about their experiences, like with people, with subscribers. And I consider you guys to be friends, in all honesty. But you know, isn't it amazing how a dream can make you feel? Isn't it amazing? I mean, this was an experience that I can never forget. I mean, I hadn't been to church in ages, in a really long time. And, you know, just having this dream just made me open my eyes. I felt as if I'd been neglecting, you know, my faith, my beliefs. But, you know, the point of this whole commentary is that there's no shame in crying, man. You should cry more often. I mean, you don't even have to be sad or angry. You could be in a perfect mood. Sometimes a good cry will just uplift you emotionally, even mentally. And then you can go back to playing games or masturbating. Hey, I'm not going to judge. I'm not here to judge you guys. But yeah, there's no shame in crying, man. I mean, I hadn't cried in a long time. I wouldn't really consider myself to be the crying type. I mean, I'm more of a guy who sheds tears, if anything. I mean, there's like Titanic, for example. If I watch that film, I'm not gonna cry. You know, I don't care what kind of story is going on. I don't care how romantic the story is. That film can never make me cry. I think the only film that actually has made me cry is The Pursuit of Happiness. Actually, there's two. The Pursuit of Happiness. That was kind of sad, man. And what is it? This film about a dog. It's called Hachi, The Dog's Tale. I think I've spoken about this in a previous commentary. But those are the only two films that have made me cry. Nothing else has ever come close. And I'm not the crying type. I'm not the crying type, man. But a good cry can definitely make you feel a whole lot better, man. But I remember there was this one guy I went to school with, and he used to get picked on a lot, like quite badly. And he never used to cry. And we were in junior school, so when kids cry, it's just a normal thing. You know, it's expected. But he used to get picked on, and he never used to cry, and it struck me as weird. And I remember one time I went to the bathroom, and I saw him, and he was crying. And I asked him what was wrong, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just crying because what everybody says when they pick on me." And I was like, "Oh, so how come you never cry like when it's actually happening?" And he's like, "I don't like crying in front of people." I was amazed. Can you imagine that? A kid saying that? I mean, it was really inspiring. And I used to get picked on when I was in school, man. Kids used to call me lanky, used to call me stick insect. And I remember one time I cried in front of my whole class. Some guys just calling me names, just calling me, you know, lanky and all this nonsense. It's just some bad guy, man. And I actually cried, but I remember after that I just promised myself I'm never gonna cry again, man. I'm never gonna show emotion to anyone. So I don't know. Maybe leave a comment about the last time you had a good cry, or not. You know, you can just say something macho, pretend you don't have a heart, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna judge. But you know, anyway, that's my story, guys. That's my story of the day. So, you know, I'm off to go to the gym now. You know, I'm gonna lift something ridiculously heavy, and you know, then I might start a fight with David Hay, and then I might rob a bank or something. Anyway, peace. Take care.
Somebody help.
You don't know who you're messing with, you piece of crap. Pompous son of a donkey's butt. Get down, you. Ah!